Herons. Once upon a time, two herons had built their nest on the roof of a temple at Tianjin. For long years, dust had accumulated in the shrine within which lived a huge serpent. Whenever the young ones of the herons were ready to fly, the serpent would creep towards the nest and swallow every one of them. This made the herons very sad. It happened for 3 years, and now people believed that the herons would no longer build their nest there. Nevertheless, the following year they came again. When it was almost time for the young ones to take wing, they flew away. The herons returned after 3 days and went straight to the nest to feed the young ones. At that very moment, the serpent crawled up to reach its prey. As soon as he neared the nest, the parent bird flew out and screamed loudly in midair. The rock. At once there was a great flapping of wings and darkness spread all over. The crowd gathered were astonished and alleged that a huge bird, the rock, obscured the light of the sun. The bird swooped down with the speed of wind or falling rain and striking the serpent with its talons, tore his head off at a blow. But at the same time, several feet of the stonework of the temple also broke down. The rock then flew away. Many herons also accompanied it as it flew away, as though escorting a guest. The nest also broke and fell down. One of the young birds died due to the fall. The other was taken up by the priests and put in the bell tower. There, the old birds returned to feed it until thoroughly fledged. Then it spread its wings and flew away. A spirit of the Wu Lian mountain. Once there lived a scholar at the foot of Wu Lian mountain. One night he was sitting up reading outside his home. Suddenly there was a huge storm, and a monster stretched out his claws and seized him by the hair. The monster lifted him up in the air and carried him away. When they were passing by a Buddhist temple in the hills, the scholar saw the figure of a god in golden armor at a distance in the clouds. The figure in the clouds looked like the image of Vito in the Buddhist temple. In its right hand it held an iron mace, while its left hand pointed towards the monster. Angrily, scared, the priest came and saw the scholar on his tower. He piled up hay and straw on the ground so that he might jump down unhurt. Then he took the scholar home. The fool of the family. A rich Chinese lady had a foolish son. One day the son had to go to meet his future bride's parents. So his mother told him what to say. She did not want them to know how foolish he was. He was to carry a costly fan with some landscape painted on it. She taught him how to answer about the painting by replying, "Oh, that's just a fancy sketch." If they asked him about the mule on which he would ride, he should say, "The animal is a good beast of burden, reared on our farm." The young man reached the future bride's home. At the door, his would-be mother-in-law asked about the health of his mother. He said, "The animal is a good beast of burden, reared on our farm." The mother-in-law was shocked. "I was told that you belonged to a decent family." The fool thought that he should have given the first answer that his mother had taught him.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.